Here we have the SOG knife collection again. This is less of a, military combat battle knife Rambo thing, and more of an everyday carry knife. I thought I'd throw this in there because, it's nice to have an everyday carry knife. Right off the bat, everyone loves boxes, so that's the box, and here's the manual. Woohoo! Yeah, I'm gonna read that before I go to bed tonight. And then here's the knife. Now, right off the bat, I'm gonna tell you that this is a very, very small knife. I can almost conceal it with my finger like that. If I actually put it the other way, you won't even be able to see it probably. Yeah, there you go. So this is a very small knife. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is an everyday carry knife. It's not a combat knife. It's not a, battle knife. It's not something you'd probably not want to defend yourself with, I guess. Not that you really should be, but this isn't like, your every big liner lock knife. And there's specific reasons for that. This is the SOG Flash I. Flash I is smaller than the SOG Flash II, which I will be reviewing later. Compliments of HKS, which I will put in the description down below. You can check out all knives there. That's actually where I got this one from, and that's where I'm getting the Flash II. Compliments of him. Thanks a lot. I'll tell you that in advance. Definitely check out that site though. So what we have here is here we'll talk about the clip because everyone loves the clip. Reversible bayonet mounted clip. I don't really exactly know what that means other than I guess you can reverse it. Handle is a glass reinforced Zytel handle. Glass reinforced, I have absolutely no idea what that means. It just sounds really, really fancy, so I will just go with that. And it's got a satin finish, black. It's assembled in the USA. I don't know what that means, if that just means they put on, a screw and it's assembled there, or if they, actually did the whole thing. So I have a feeling it was, I don't know, 50-50 China, US. Got the blade, which is made out of AUS 8 steel. Blade length is 2.5 inches by 0.9. Overall length of this knife is 5.75 inches, and the weight is a very, very low 1.3 ounces. I mean, this thing is nice and lightweight. You're not going to feel this in your pocket, really. You're probably going to wonder if it's still there. Here's what the biggest attraction to this knife is. Despite its size, it has something that most people will probably panic when they see, and that's this little feature here. Yeah, we're going to do that again just because you might have missed it. As you can see, the knife's in my hand, not doing anything really special. There we go. This is not a switchblade. This is a spring-assisted knife, or as, SOG will advertise it as SAT, which is SOG Assisted Technology, which is just fancy advertising for spring-assisted. One thing that I'm going to tell you right now, word of warning, be careful with these in public because, not everyone exactly knows what spring-assisted is, and generally people will just assume, it's a switchblade, and, you might have that crotchety old woman or old man or something, not even, maybe just some kid, I don't really know, but they will assume that it's a, dangerous illegal weapon and, call the police or something like that, or security, and when they see you doing that, they're going to assume it's a switchblade, but it's not. And, arguing with a police officer that it's not is not going to guarantee you that you're going to win anything. So just be careful with that. I mean, there's different laws everywhere. America and Canada, or the US and Canada, the laws are pretty much say that these are legal. There might be some bylaws or something like that, or maybe in the place you're at. Like, I mean, if you're sitting in some public area, maybe they don't allow that to have a knife and whatnot. I don't know the exact laws of weapons and whatnot. Look it up in your constitutions or laws or whatnot, but pretty much just be careful with that. Don't want you to get this taken away, because this isn't a cheap knife. This isn't just something you can replace as easily as the Smith & Wesson that I had, but just like I said, word of warning. Other than that, Right here, I guess we'll talk about this part right here. This is a nice little safety lock. Some people hate it, some people love it. I think it's a good idea to have, I guess, just because, you know, it gives you the option to have a more secure blade. Pretty much all you have to do is you push that down, and then you push the blade down back into the spot like that. When it's closed, this doesn't do anything whatsoever other than, you know, jiggle around. Because it only locks when the blade is open. Other than that, it's just there. So some people like this lock, some people hate it. Depends on your preference. If you have big hands, you might not like it. If you have smaller hands, you might like it, or you might not mind it. Here's the master lock, I guess you could call. I'm not sure if you can see the color. Probably not, cause that, yeah. Well, just believe me, it's red painted in there. And when you push it down, it's locked, which is very nice, because if you have a, you know, a, what do you call, spring-assisted knife in your pocket, you don't want this going off just by a little bump or something like that. So the lock, which is really good to have, keeps the knife in place. You can't pull it out. You can't, you know, nothing's gonna happen to it as long as that lock's on. And when you take the lock off, that's when, you know, the fun happens. And that's when you just push it up like that, it pops out. Very quick, very fast, very efficient. I do like that though. It feels really good. If you're not used to a spring-assist knife and you first try it out, you'll be like, wow, this is almost like a switchblade. And, you know, it pretty much almost is, but according to the law, it's not really. But anyways, as you can see, really good knife. You know, AUS8 steel, if I haven't said that already, which is apparently like a very, very good steel. That's what I've heard from a lot of different people. I would have to agree with them. It feels very, very, you know, like even for this very small knife. I mean, this isn't very thick at all. I'm not sure how well that can capture it, but you know, it's not a very thick knife, but it feels really strong. There's a lot of different options with the knives. Like this is a serrated. Sorry, reverse that. So there's these half serrated and half, you know, just regular edge knife. They have full plain edge knives, and yeah, I think those are your two options. Other options are the color on the handle. I mean, there's like, there's probably like ACU digital. I think there's some woodland stuff, and might be some silver stuff, I'm not too sure. With the blade too, I'm pretty sure it's always black. There might be a silver variation of it, or a reflective one. I'm not too sure about that though. Other than that though, I mean, this is a really good knife. Now the retail price of this knife is $59. That's probably US dollars. That's what I was looking at their site. So $59 for this little knife. Now you might be saying, well, that's not worth it for this little knife, because, you know, in my other reviews I paid like $50 for both of those knives almost, and they were a lot larger. But this is an everyday carry knife. It's really good, feels really reliable. It's not liner locks, so I kind of like that now, because I'm kind of sick of liner locks, you know, going on the other side and screwing up, because that's not fun when it breaks. But this is really nice. You look really cool with it, because everyone thinks it's a switchblade and freaks out. I've said quite a bit, and I guess I could just talk about the grip. Grip's pretty good. I mean, it's like I said, it's an everyday carry knife. There's not grip is not the biggest concern, because you probably wouldn't be stabbing with it. You'd probably just be like cutting, or, you know, I don't know, scraping or something like that. So it's a good grip though. I mean, it's not like a slippery grip. Right here, kind of like that. Kind of formed your fingers right there if you have to hold it like that. So it's not gonna really stop much, because you can still slide off. But I just wouldn't you know, advise doing too many harsh things that might put your fingers in the way. But other than that, really good knife. I personally love it. But that's if it is in your budget. So if you're interested in it, check out the SOG Flash I. Have another video up as soon as possible.